Hi, I'm Nancy Rothschild. I'm the Associate Dean of Admissions at Syracuse University, which is home to the S.I. Newhouse School of Public Communications, one of the top communications programs in the United States. There's really such a wide range of programs for students interested in considering journalism, and I think it's important for students to think in advance about what type of journalism they'd like to pursue. There are programs that are broad-based about journalism as a whole, and then there are many schools where you can concentrate in areas such as newspaper and online journalism, photojournalism, magazine, broadcast and digital journalism. So there are really many choices. You'll also find that there are some programs that really focus on the first 2 years in the liberal arts, and then beginning your major as a junior, and then programs where you start from day one with hands-on experience. At Syracuse, we sort of take a combined approach to this and try to blend professional and liberal education from day one, so that our students not only are educated broadly, but they begin to develop the skills that are so important in terms of having success in this field, like research and reporting and news writing and editing and working with the web. So we really try to give students that advantage, which also helps them really understand what it is they're looking for in terms of their own careers. You know, is it in newspaper or might it be in broadcasting and they hadn't considered that before? Some of the top programs have several factors in common. The first, I would say, is accreditation, because it's important to know that you have a school that's meeting the highest standards in terms of the education they deliver to students. I think faculty are always way up high on the list. And it's not just distinguished faculty who have experience and scholarship, but really practicing professionals. In fact, at Syracuse we call them professors of practice, who may not have the highest degrees in the field, but they've had significant experience in the field and, you know, hands-on experience, and they bring that to the classroom for students. Facilities, of course, you want to be sure that you have the studios and the access to the latest equipment so that when you graduate and go on into a career, you're familiar with all of that. I would say it's also important to consider organizations and ways in which you can really have a laboratory for testing your skills while you're still in school. So whether it be the school newspaper or magazines or the school television station or radio station, as much as you can get involved as a student, the better. That goes along with internships being so important, because employers are looking for that practical experience when they hire students. And then you can't forget alumni. You know, that's a good sign to students who are looking at schools. What are the graduates doing? Are they making a difference in their field? A final note that I'd make about journalism schools, especially now when it's such a changing field, is to look at schools that have really rethought their curriculum. You know, is it still relevant today as it was when it was just about paper and print? You know, how are they offering things on online journalism and digital fields? There's so many different platforms today for storytelling, which is really what it's all about. College newspapers really give you that real-world experience while you're still a student, and there are about 1,800 college newspapers in the United States at various colleges, but they don't all offer journalism programs. But should a student find himself or herself at a school that doesn't offer journalism but has a college newspaper, they should absolutely go after that opportunity, because you're going to have to do the research, do the interviewing, meet deadlines, and that will be an invaluable experience when you go on into the marketplace. I think it's a great advantage to international students to consider studying journalism in the United States. For one thing, students who are interested in journalism typically have a very sincere interest and curiosity about their community, about the world, about individuals. And so to begin your career by studying in the United States with a free press and a certain perspective is an experience that international students then take back to their home countries, and I think will be really invaluable to them understanding cultural differences. The career opportunities in journalism are really widespread. Some might think that because so many newspapers are closing that it would be a difficult field. It is a field that's full of change right now, as technology has really changed the way we tell stories, if you will. But because of that, it creates all kinds of new opportunities to really be leaders in the field, to discover different means of telling stories and communicating with people, so that, for example, at Syracuse, we're not just looking to prepare students with the knowledge and technology, but to be able to be adaptable and to be innovative and creative, to really make a difference in the profession. So in some ways, there's no better time to study journalism.